We are grateful to God. We are grateful to our fans. And now we live in LA. Okay.
Don't you dare call me.
I'm the one to call. The most safest. I message.
Welcome to the Mapenzi Roundtable. My name is Sylvia Karanja. I will be your moderator for this conversation. I am an event curator, brand strategist, and part of the Mapenzi production team. So Mapenzi, for those who are not familiar with the brand, Mapenzi Vibandaski is a community-driven alternative to mainstream events. It celebrates intentional growth of Kenya's creative ecosystem through intimate, soulful session spaces. So we have had 2 sessions so far, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper into what Mapenzi Vibandaski has been. But first, let's start with introducing all of my panelists today who are part of my roundtable. But I want to start with Mercy. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what role you play at Mapenzi Vibandaski, and a brief history of what Mapenzi Vibandaski is.
So my name is Mercy Bogwa, and I am a director at Last Call Events, who are the main curators of Mapenzi Vibandaski. And Mapenzi started last year in March. That is when we held our first edition. And so far we've done 2 editions, and I can say I am proud of the growth and where we've come from. With the first edition, we saw a fresh introduction into the market, something fresh and cultural into the market. And we also saw a community form with the first edition, and we were able to move forward with that community to the second edition, which saw an also great growth in terms of the attendance and even in general aspect of the event.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the motivation behind creating Mapenzi Vibandaski? Why even the name Mapenzi Vibandaski? Because that's such a nice, unique, cultural sort of like title of an event, of a community, if I may say so. So what was that drive behind that?
Okay. So Mapenzi, before the name Mapenzi Vibandaski, was a concept. And the concept evolved around food and around music. So we had this idea to have a food event where people would come and experience different cultural food, different cuisines in a setup that is soulful and relaxed and, cultural. And we decided what's best to pair with such an experience. And we thought of acoustic music. Here comes Afro R&B Kenyan music. Mm-hmm. We felt it's a genre that was really coming up well, has been coming up well. And we felt like there were so many good artists that we felt are not being given the stage they deserve. And we can see them thriving in other spaces like the online spaces. And we thought, why not create a stage for this? There are stages in Kenya, and we appreciate those who went before us. Big up MDQ. The blanket stage was so big, it could not accommodate all these artists. And we thought, this artist has to come from the club to the big stage. Why don't we bridge that gap? Yes. And so that's why we decided to pair the food experience with the Afro R&B experience. So for the Afro R&B, we thought, what best could we do for this artist? And we decided to create a stage where they will thrive, put it out in the gardens, somewhere they'll get to interact with nature and give them that stage that they deserve.
Okay, I love that. Yeah. And also in the room with us, we are Nubia. They are a dynamic Kenyan contemporary R&B and Afro-pop girl duo. So if you don't mind introducing yourselves, tell us a little bit about yourselves individually and then also as a duo, as a group.
Hi, my name is Margaret Ateno. I am an artist and a half of We Are Nubian. I'm also a makeup artist. You can follow my page on Makeup by Ateno. So yeah.
My name is Gloria. I'm part of We Are Nubia. We are performing artists. songwriters, and creatives in this Kenyan industry.
Lovely, lovely. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys performed at the last two editions of Mapenzi Vibandaski. How was that experience for you? And at what stage in your career did the Mapenzi stage show up for you guys, and what did that do for you?
Mapenzi was done in March, the first edition. Yeah, I feel like we had just started popping. And for me, what really left a mark in my mind is how they were organized in terms of the band, the band practice. I loved it. Was a first time experiencing like a band doing everything, and you just come kujeni muimbe. I really liked that. I also loved how they treat their artists. They're very intentional with every artist. It doesn't matter like where you are then. And yeah, it didn't matter. They treat every artist with so much respect and dignity, and I love them for that. Yeah.
So, Gloria, Maggie, 2025 was such an amazing year for We Are Nubia, and such huge successes, like such big highlights. Do you guys want to touch on a little bit of that?
Last year was a very, very major year for us. From the time we started I think Vibandaski was our first show for the year. And they were able to spot the stars in us because when we came back for the second edition, we proved the stars.
Yes.
And we performed in every stages that we have worked for. Like we performed at Blankets, we performed at Soul Fest, we performed in so many stages last year, and truly our hard work didn't go to waste last year. Like we really put in the work, and it really reflected. Yeah, so we are grateful to God, we are grateful to our fans, and now we live in LA. Yeah.
And what would you say that audience, even the audience engagement, how was that for you guys? Was it different from other stages that you have been in? Is there something unique just about that Mapenzi community, the Mapenzi audience? Is there something you could speak to that?
Okay, I think the setup for this event was quite different from what we are used to. We got on stage and then we see people sat. See that your first impression will be like, oh my God, how am I going to impress this audience? How am I going to make them stand? But surprisingly, the audience was so receptive, very receptive. You could see people walking from the back, coming to the front, and that motivates you to, when you're performing, the energy sort of transmits. So it was beautiful. People were singing along. It was, beautiful. Also, this came when it was, I would call it like a pivot for our future events. When we started in March last year. So it really set us ready for other stages, how to perform, how to interact with the crowd. Yeah, so that was beautiful. Mapenzi, beautiful, honestly.
You have our hat.
Yeah.
Hey, nimesema our hat.
Yeah, that was beautiful, for sure.
And how does that make you feel as one of the producers of Mapenzi? Like, how do you guys create such environments for the artists where they feel like they can thrive? Like, because that takes so much intentionality, even from your part, right? So what does it take to do that?
Okay. So when we started, that was one of our main goals, to give the artists the stage they deserve and to help them bring out the best in them. And when you want an artist to bring out the best in them, it just doesn't start from the stage. It is a journey from when you start the interaction with the artists to when they come for the rehearsals to how you handle them at the backstage. It reflects on the stage. And so that was our main goals when we started this, to just give artists a platform that they deserve and to give them value, to match the value they give. Yes. And I hope we've been able to achieve that.
And so to Gloria and Maggie, do you feel like how the team treats you, especially backstage, do you feel like it translates how you show up on stage and the sort of like the energy that you bring to the stage? Is it affected by how you've been treated behind the scenes?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If you're backstage and then people are treating you so rudely, you get on that stage very
With so much
spiteful,
anger,
you're so
yeah.
angry. So that definitely says a lot. Yeah, because we are treated so warmly. Hey, are you
Yeah.
okay? Are you okay? Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Have you eaten? Do you need water? What do you need? Yeah, so it definitely translates because you want to give back as much as
They've given.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh, I love that. And what role do you feel like technology is playing when it comes to your visibility, right? I know you mentioned like around March last year is when you were starting to like really pop, right? Do you feel like technology has played a role in that as well?
Technology is really a powerful tool. I feel for now, kitambo people used to rely on DJs to go to radio stations, TV, so that your song can be known.
Yeah.
But now we have the power of the internet, where you can just take your phone and put out your work at the comfort of your like home or wherever. Like you have it in your hands. You just need the hard work and the consistency, to put yourself out there. So I feel like technology has really eased the work of artists.
Yeah. What about from an event perspective, Mercy? Do you feel like technology also plays a role when it comes to your visibility? And if so, how?
Definitely. Looking at our community, that is between 80 and 35, they take up the biggest percentage of our community. These are people who are well rooted into the digital space. And for us as a brand, if those are the people we are targeting, we have to be in their spaces. So we have to be well versed with what is happening in the digital and technological space.
Yeah.
And it has played a very big role, I can say, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to interacting with our community, when it comes to even keeping them engaged in between editions. Yes.
Okay. And would you say there are some platforms or spaces digitally that feel safer than others for you as an artist?
Definitely. I think our most hostile, everyone knows, not even for artists, the most hostile app in the social media space is X. I'd say X, because
Especially in Kenya.
Yeah, especially in Kenya, actually, because information there spreads really quickly. You may delete a post, but once somebody has reposted it, that goes so fast, and then
Yeah.
people tend to be very vocal. Would say they're vocal, but in some way it's hostile.
Yeah.
Then it's so easy for them to manipulate images. Yeah, it's hostile, kabisa. At least for Instagram, you can sort of control. You can prevent people from mentioning you on their stories, but still not safe.
Yeah.
Also, the DMs can get messy sometimes. Yeah, but you can also control that. Yeah, for us, I think we'd say WhatsApp. For me, at least, I'd say WhatsApp is the most safest, at least, social media, because it's more controlled.
Do you mean like a WhatsApp channel or your own personal WhatsApp number?
Channel,
Oh, okay.
a group, or my number. You see, it's more controlled. It's so hard for people to access you unless you give out that piece of information about you. But X, yeah, for me, it's bad. Maggie.
The most safest. I message.
Nice one.
Hey,
It's good to be honest.
you umetoa half. Umetoa half of the population.
I feel for me the most hostile is X and TikTok. I feel like people there, wacha pia mimi msinianzie X na Twitter. I mean X na TikTok, wacha tuache hapo.
I mean, you as someone who's behind the scenes and you hear the artists like what they go through, even just when it comes to dealing with technology and how they show up digitally and online, do you feel like sometimes organizers might underestimate the digital lives of an artist?
Yes, I believe at some point we might estimate this is a big space, and this as much as it brings exposure and a connection space for the artists and the creatives, it also exposes them to the dangers and the risks that come with being in a digital space. This is a very vast growing space, very fast growing space, and the more it grows, the less control you have. Yes. And the upcoming edition, we themed it A Woman's Story. And for this edition, we wanted to shed some spotlight on the woman, both in the creative and the technical sides of the creative industry. We wanted to shed a spotlight on the woman and see how this space thrives when a woman takes center stage. Yes, and that we will be doing by having a female lineup. We'll have a female technical team, including the person controlling the screens, the lighting, the sound. And apart from that, we wanted to carry on an agenda, to create awareness on the safety of digital spaces. So for us as a brand, it is a space where we've seen a gap. As much as the space is helpful to us, we thought we should create some awareness on the safety of digital spaces.
I love that. And
Sorry.
you're
I
gonna
kind
say
of have
something?
a question to Mercy, since she's like an organizer and you're in charge of the social media. So let me pause this. What would happen if you'd post something up exposing the artist, not in a bad way, like say they have a show or this is what they did, then there are comments full of bullies, or like they're just focusing on something that's totally unrelated to the message. Maybe, oh, her body looks like this, or you see, what do you guys do? Because most of the times I see posts like that, they're still up, bullies are still there, but no comment is being deleted, the post isn't being taken down, and this artist is actually seeing, because I would like to you, when you guys post, we are there camping in the comment section. So how does that look like for you on your end? How do you guys manage to deal with it?
Okay. For me, as the originator of that post, or the person who originally posted the post, I should take responsibility of what happens under that post, including the comments, and being someone who's pushing for safe digital spaces, and our agenda to help the artists thrive. I feel like it should be my call to maybe delete that comment. Yes.
Because I feel like sometimes in it, when one bad comment is up, it continues threads. Yani kama the confidence sasa inafanya ina multiply, lakini kakitolewa it tones down.
Okay. And I think I want to mention like what everyone seems to be hinting on is something that is called TFGBV, which stands for Technology Facilitated Gender-Based Violence. And I have a what that actually means. It is when technology is used to intimidate, sexualize, control, or silence women because they're visible. And I said women because the conversation today revolves around women. And so, yeah, it's used to control or silence the women because they're visible. So that can include harassment, impersonation, non-consensual images or videos, and increasingly AI-based violations such as face swapping and deepfakes. So I know we have mentioned, let's say, like the bad comments that you might receive on a post where someone is sexualizing you, something super unrelated to, say, what a post was about. But I really want to hit on the AI like based violations. Have you guys experienced anything like that, especially now in the age of AI, everything? Have you guys faced anything like that, or people even in the industry that you might know?
Thankfully not. We haven't experienced that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hope it remains that way.
Yeah. But we've definitely seen some
I've
of
had
that.
a friend who's experienced that, where someone took their face and then went and swapped it like with a nude image, and then it started spreading online.
So with this, the fact that most of this harassment is happening digitally, what makes it so frightening compared to traditional harassment, like the one where you're actually facing someone and someone is harassing you face to face. But I feel like there's something to be said up and something so frightening about receiving that harassment from someone you cannot see. And I'm assuming that's even more frightening almost. Can you speak to that maybe?
I mean, anyone who is in the technology space, we assume that they're capable of manipulating technology to disfavor you or blackmail and all that.
Yeah.
So you're even scared that if you respond aggressively, they're gonna do something. They're gonna use AI and post your photos online. Like, you never know whatever somebody is capable of. Maybe they're stalking you.
Maybe use your voice to say
Yeah.
something you didn't even
Hack
say.
you, like,
Exactly.
it's a
Spread a wrong narrative that
Yeah.
can put your career down. Yeah.
And that starts to even now show up in the sense where, like, okay, I'm trying to get a gig. I want to work with Mercy, for instance, on another Mercy or for a different event and whatnot. And you as Mercy, you're seeing the things that are happening,
being said
that are being
online.
said about an artist. How does that affect your relationship with them? So once they come to you and they want to work with you, or even a brand, because we've even seen people lose brands because of things like that. From an event organizer perspective, how do you navigate that, even just for like the artists and the creators that you work with?
I believe for us, the biggest strength has been having a personal relationship with the artist beyond the stage, beyond the transaction. Let me pay you and perform. Beyond that transaction is how well do we know the artist ourselves, the creative team and I. How well do we know these artists before we even bring them on board? And yes, the issue of character is a big issue, and sometimes we have to do a background check of the artist, their character, their reputation. And yes, that is a very big risk that is out there. And that's why we are advocating for safer digital spaces, so that even what the information we get, you at least sure it's authentic and not false information about a person. Yes.
And I love what Mapenzi is seeking to do, even with this third edition coming up, creating those safe digital spaces. Because then right now, what I feel like we're doing is creating that awareness, starting that conversation, seeing how we can be part of the solution. Because there has been so much even affecting the women just in the past few years, especially with the gender-based violence part of it, and then also now the one that's now technology facilitated. And again, kudos to you guys. Kudos to the Mapenzi team for what you guys are doing. I'm super excited. Do you want to speak to the third edition coming up, where people should buy tickets, what they should expect, Nini.
Okay, yeah, that edition is coming up. It's going to be big. It's going to be amazing. As always, we thrive to have an intimate space for our audiences, all our attendees. We make sure the space is intimate to just give that boutique energy and, help nurture our community and friendships and good energies. Yeah. And how we're able to achieve this is through maybe small things like our vibandas. We have a vibanda, a food village called vibandas, and we build our vibandas from scratch, from the ground up. So there's such a touch of human. There's a great human touch, even on the curation and the setup and everything. So this edition, the lineup is crazy. We have Jerai, we have Maya Amolo, we have Sero, we have Zaituni. It's gonna be crazy. Like I said, we're gonna have a female technical team. I mean, the lightings. We'll have Motekia, we'll have Mary Beth, we'll have Koimet with the photography.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And so what can we look forward to in 2026? Any upcoming projects you guys have so far coming up?
I think 2026 for us is more about shaping our brand. We are really looking forward into experimenting different sounds, but still at the same time stay grounded. Like, you guys get to know who we really are. We are also very keen on being consistent and choosing the spaces that we are comfortable. We are really saying no this year, like
Being
no to any,
intentional.
being very intentional. We have a project that's dropping on the 13th of February. Makofi, please.
Makofi tena.
Yeah, we have an EP that's dropping on the 13th. Yeah, it's a 4-track EP. It's our first project ever since we started this. So we are really looking forward to that. So that's sort of our best setup this year. Yeah, and then like much more. We know 2026 is that girl for us. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah.
And now that you have a bit of experience in the music industry, right? What are your expectations for how they treat the female artists in the industry? What would you want them? What would you want to see them do better? Yeah.
Not question an artist when they ask for something, like a lady, like, or tell them it's not there. Well, you really know if it were.
The male.
Yeah, you wouldn't think twice. Don't question their decision. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah. When they say no, they mean a no. Don't ask for an explanation. And ladies, don't give an explanation if you say no. Yeah.
No is a full sentence.
No is a full sentence.
Because our male counterparts get to
Yeah.
experience things that we don't. So we're like, are we really in the same industry?
Yeah.
People look at you and just assume you are females first instead of seeing you as artists. So I think we'd really like if the opportunities were given out fairly. Generally in the industry, the gatekeeping culture, like,
Yeah.
come on, it's big 2026. Yeah, like, na feel sahani ni kubwa, and if opportunities are availed equally, like, we are able to build our industry to those levels. Yeah, so more opportunities definitely for the female
Yeah.
artists. Like, come on.
There's enough for all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a time, I think there's a time we were at a show, and these hospitality riders, they had given all the male like drinks, and then for us we had to ask for those drinks, and when we were asking Nikata ajui atini hamkuniitisha, it was part of the contract, girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Very rude. But that's about to change. 2026. Yeah.
But like, so for like Mapenzi, for instance, right? Because now I know this edition it's purely female, but whenever we have a mixed artists, right? We have female, we have male. Do you make it a point to make sure they're all treated fairly, right? I'm assuming, like
Yes,
as the organizers, you make it a point to make sure everyone gets treated equally.
I believe we do.
Yeah.
And how we do that is we don't look at them through their genders. We first look at them as artists before we even cater for their needs through their genders. We first look at them as stars. We first look at the talent and who you are. Yeah, beyond your gender.
Yeah.
But I think they would also maybe speak best on their experience. Did you feel like when you came for the first edition, there was a mix of both genders? I don't know how it was for you. Maybe you can just maybe let us know how you felt. Or did you feel like you were...
I don't think there was any preferential treatment. Because I liked how they really provided security for the female artists. Bounce yeah, I'm just a girl. Yeah, we didn't feel like there was any preferential treatment. Yeah, they didn't pay us, by the way, to do they're not paying us. We're just giving them their flowers. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was
We
good.
appreciate we appreciate. And we also loved working with you. And I believe that's why you're here, because it was amazing to work with stars like you. I mean, you're going places, you're doing an amazing job. And you feel like you're representing the female community well out there. Yes.
And I remember, like, my first introduction to Mapenzi, I came to the second edition, right? And the one thing that struck out for me was just how intimate. It felt like, it really did feel like a community, right? And even just, I got to see in a table, got to know the people there. We created a relationship. Actually, business came from some of the people I was sitting with on a table, which was so exciting. I remember that was the one thing I told you, I was like, dude, Mapenzi last time was amazing, was exciting. So guys, If you have not, please grab your ticket. Where can they get their tickets?
Get the tickets at Hustle Salsa, mapenzivibandaski.hustlesalsa.com. You can also check out our website, mapenzivibandaski.co.ke. You'll also be able to get tickets from there. Yes, and also a preview of this edition, this coming up edition.
Thank you. Msitusahau mkifika huko juu.
Tajaribu. Nitajaribu.
Give me a holler. Yeah. Nitakwambia penye watu wanaishi.
Sasa nitafikiria then sanani.
You don't call me. I will call you. I will call you.
You don't call me.
Don't you dare call me. I'm the one to call. Napojachukua tanamba. Yeah, don't try to.
Thank you so much, guys. Again, this was the Mapenzi Vibandaski Roundtable. Thank you for joining us. Mpaka ya next tuonane.
Bye.
Bye bye.